George is fresh out of college and he's broke. He's graduated with a business degree and feels like he has nowhere to turn with the amount of student loan debt he has. George is currently sharing accommodation with 4 other graduates, one of which is his girlfriend. George is sick of feeling stuck because of his financial situation. He dreams of moving out and starting his life with his girlfriend. However, the idea of moving out feels like a pipe dream, with houses and rental prices being so high. George has always been a big admirer of famous investor Charlie Munger, ever since he discovered who he was at university. Charlie Munger is the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, and has a net worth of over $2 billion. Over his long career, Munger has, of course, wisdom to pass on to younger people about life and money that will help George here fulfill his dreams. If George implements these tips, they might change his life forever. Number 7. Learning is vital. Those who keep learning will keep rising in life, said Munger. Education is a common theme of importance that's encouraged by many investors, because every day is a new opportunity to learn something new. Another day to become wiser than the last. Learning can stop you from making mistakes, or help you find solutions that will better all aspects of your life, not just financially. George should continue to grasp learning opportunities, even after graduating from college, and embrace the wisdom from mentors in his life. Number 6. Know your goals. Like Warren, I had a considerable passion to get rich. Not because I wanted Ferraris. I wanted the independence. I desperately wanted it, says Munger. It's hard to succeed in life when you don't know what you're striving for. Creating goals for yourself keeps you on the path to what you describe as success. They prevent you from being distracted and wasting time. Goals keep you motivated and wanting to get out of bed every morning. Fortunately for George, he knows his goal, which is to move out and start his life with his girlfriend. Now that George knows his goal, he needs to write down actions to get there and begin completing them. Number 5. Investing is also behavioral. A lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. People often forget that investing is also a skill of temperament, because investors tend to make important decisions with their emotions. This typically happens when the market fluctuates. The results of these emotional decisions can often be quite costly for investors. Sometimes doing nothing is better than doing something. With George being so young and inexperienced in the stock market, controlling his temperament is a key skill to nail when he begins investing. Number 4. Work. The way to win is to work, and hope to have a few insights. This is a strong mentality to have if you want to be successful in life. Whatever you want to achieve, you have to work hard for it. Munger's career encompasses that mentality he preaches. He's 98 years old and still working today. Munger is an example that George can look towards to build a working mindset to achieve his goals. Number 3. Live on less than you make. If you want to get rich or make some serious money, you've got to underspend your income. He goes on to say that live within your income and save so you can invest. It's difficult to achieve financial goals when you spend more than you make. People often fall into credit card debt because of this, just to get through the month. High expenses can hold you back from building wealth. George is one of these people that's being held back from achieving his goals because of his high expenses. If George wants to achieve his dream, he needs to start making some changes. Number 2. Be rational. Opportunity comes to the prepared mind. People calculate too much and think too little. Data is important to consider while investing, but rational thinking is often overlooked by investors. Sometimes logical thinking and common sense is enough to make decisions when investing. Researching is an important skill because the research you do supports the decisions you make. It can also help you spot an opportunity in the market that others have missed because of their lack of research. If George adopted a more rational approach in making decisions, this could support him in achieving his dreams. Before we reveal number 1, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Now, number 1. Compound interest is the key. The big money is not in the buying or in the selling, but in the waiting. It's the long-term investment that works best. Munger and Buffett are brilliant examples of how beneficial it is to get your interests to work for you, rather than against you, in the way that they built Berkshire Hathaway to become an almost $1 trillion company. When you invest over the long term, compound interest is your friend. Munger is a huge advocate for the long-term investing approach, and you can see why, by the size of Berkshire. If George is to remember one tip, then it better be this one. Now that George has heard from Munger, he feels like he has a place to turn, almost like a massive weight has dropped off him and he can finally move forward. His future looks a little more clearer in what he needs to do to achieve his goals. Charlie Munger will remain a massive inspiration to George, as he'll continue to search for more investing wisdom from him and other people he admires. George hopes that he can achieve his dreams of moving out with his girlfriend in 3 years. What if your dreams were bigger than George's, and you wanted to become a millionaire in real estate? Well, if that's your dream, see how you can make it reality by checking out this next video, where you can learn 2 ways of becoming a millionaire with debt.